How's everybody doing? So I have a bunch of BeatSeats behind me. And if you want a BeatSeat, you can get one this week. How about that? So we're going to show you what the BeatSeat can do here. Let's get the BeatSeat up on the screen here. There we go. Take that. That's the BeatSeat. I guess I'm writing something tonight. Can't get it. All right, we'll get it. Oh, I have something in there. Oh, I got it. First part in it. I didn't think it went in. I got it. Just do it in beat, you know. Volume's got to be right too. Here we go. Oops. Come on! This fucking... This pedal, this one, number two. Volume's got to be right too. Here we go. Shit. Alright, we're back. Sloppy hands today. Do I even know what key I'm playing in? I don't know any music. I gotta get that right. When you hear something you can't find it, that's this guy. It's gonna be tougher than I thought. The slide I can't get up for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It's fire if I can get it right. It's just not my night. Sunday night, the sun was shining bright today. I got some work done, built a bunch of beat seats, they're right behind me here. It ain't an easy task to build anything. But when you put your mind to it, you know you can accomplish it. And when someone tells you you can't, you should smile. You thank them for the fuel. Oh, they're just egging you on. He can't do it, no. Oh, I'm about to show you. You can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. You can do it all. Just be prepared. Many times you'll fall. Yeah, you dust off and get back up. You just keep going, 'cause the winning tickets are on the bend. You grab that ticket, keep checking the numbers, yeah. One of these days they're gonna come up. 21, 13, 64, 18, oh, 23, just throwing out numbers for you. Oh, one of these days you'll see them come through. One of these days you come through. Just keep playing. Don't ever give up. You gotta keep them feet moving. One of these days that winning ticket come through. You can do anything you put your mind to. Yeah, someone tells you you can't, smile and thank them for the fuel. Smile I'll thank them for the few you get through. Yeah, it's the fire that keeps you going. Coffee earlier, and I'm sanding BeatSeats. Coffee's there. I drank some of it earlier, and it's like it tasted like I was drinking sawdust. I was like, oh, maybe it's just like some of the coffee grinds or something. No, it was fucking sawdust. And I'm like, I need a sip of something right now. But the only thing I have access to is this sawdust coffee. Don't grab the sawdust coffee, no. Don't go down smooth, no. Sawdust coffee, it's the new thing. Everybody's drinking it. They went from regular coffee to mushroom coffee. Now we're on sawdust coffee. What's next? I don't know. But we'll figure it out, don't you know? It comes through in cycles. Yeah, what's next? Non-coffee coffee. Everyone's talking about it. Go out and get yourself a bag. I'm sticking with my sawdust coffee. Don't taste half bad. Just a little rough going down. It's sawdust coffee going down. You start sounding like I don't know, you know, like those guys who like ate cigarettes live, and when they talk like, yeah, but that guy's good at. It's kind of what I'm gonna have going on from the sawdust coffee. So don't forget, it's the journey you get. It's the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride. Do you dare get inside? You can play safely, yeah, but it all comes to an end either way. Choose to live my best life. How about you? Elgato. You'll hear lots of naysayers along the way, telling you get out of the way. You got not what it takes. No, just go back into yeah, tell me about it. That's exactly why I've been building BeatSeats and creating real estate content. Scary times. Scary times are here. To me, I see it clear. I can feel it. You can feel it in the air. You can see it in their faces. You see it at the store. Even as you walk out the door. Yeah, we're living in crazy times. Crazy times. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you can subscribe, YouTube, just type in Mark Pires, Spotify, iTunes, wherever the freaking hell else. I'm everywhere, but nobody knows about it. But I'm all over. Just look. Just, you have to look. Anyway, that's the beat seat. I hope you guys enjoy the beat seat. There's 6 beat seats that I just built, but there's 2 more that are downstairs being sprayed. So there's 8 that I built in the last couple days, and I think my plan going forward is to try to build as many as possible in the hopes that they sell. They're awesome. I mean, I play it here. You hear everything I play is with that freaking drum. Smile and thank them for the fuel. I love that. That's one of my quotes. I wrote a quote a long time ago: when someone tells you you can't smile and thank them for the fuel. I think that's pretty cool. I wrote a lot of quotes. They're all on iTunes, on Instagram. My Instagram account is Mark Pires Realtor, if you guys want to check that out. But anyway, appreciate you guys. I do have to go get finished. I got to finish these BeatSeats up. I got to spray the bottoms. I got to put feet on them. And I'm hoping orders come through so you guys can get a BeatSeat. Now, there are two here that I noticed after I finished them that there's like a scratch underneath that I can't get rid of. The back has a scratch on one of them that's like I thought it would look different, and it doesn't look good. I'm not gonna go like sell that as a full priced item. So I'm calling them scratch and dents. They're brand new. I haven't played them myself. They're set up for normal playing musicians. I'm a lefty. I kick lefty, and then my dominant foot's my left, so that's where my kick goes. Whatever your dominant foot is, that's where I set the kick. My other foot is the weak foot, so snare. So, so you have the ability to kick it while you play your guitar, and for most people, they're righty. So this would be your bass, and this would be your snare. But I'm lefty, so I'm goofy foot. I throw righty, I kick lefty. But this is set up for right kick, left snare. So for most of you that are righties. Also, if you need a lefty, I can build it for you, no issue. But this is your feet. Your feet are able to kick the side panels, but if you're not playing your guitar, guys, the fucking BeatSeat is ridiculous. You got to get one. Go to BeatSeat.rocks. I'll wrap it up and send it out to you this week. But there's two scratched versions. They're called Scratch and Dent. I'm going to do something. I haven't done this yet. There's only going to be 2 uses for this code. But I'm going to put a code up on BeatSeat.rocks. It's only going to be for the Maple BeatSeat. Scratch and Dent, $300 for the 2. They're $450, guys. Hand built. You don't need any pedals. There's if you get a cajon has 1 panel, and then you got to buy all these pedals for it to sound like a drum kit, and it doesn't. It sounds like a freaking cajon with a kick pedal. This sounds like a drum kit in a box. Well, just because it's got this kick it's like a freaking kick drum. That's how deep it is. If you had headphones on right now, or if you were listening with a subwoofer in the room, the whole room's shaking. That's just the freaking power of the BeatSeat. And it's not some random box, guys. There's cajons, and then there's the BeatSeat. The BeatSeat's a cajon on steroids, okay? It's got 4 playable panels, 2 snares. It's the only drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time, which is so freaking awesome. I don't hurt my back when I play. That's like my favorite thing. I can sit here for hours and play the BeatSeat, and it's like so much fun because the tones are inspirational. Everything that comes out of this just makes me think of music. It's like that just gets me going. I'm just thinking like I could grab that guitar right now and write 50 pieces of music to this. Right? I'm going to just play that because it sounded good. I want to find the note one. So the point is, you could use it as like a practice tool. Most people will never get to play with another musician. It's something that all musicians hope they'll get to jam with somebody, get to play in a band. Most people don't ever get to do that. But with a beat seat, you could play with a band every single night. You are the band. You just sit there and you can just do just the 1 foot, and you're just able to do songs. It's just a metronome. You can use it as a metronome, but your feet, it sounds like a kick drum. It's not some stupid tick-tock, tick-tock. No, it's a beat seat. It sounds like a kick drum. It is a kick drum, really. And then one day you get good enough where you can do both feet. So the point is, when you play your guitar, you don't have a seat. You're sitting on some stupid chair, some bar stool. It's always uncomfortable. But the beat seat was designed to be the perfect seat. So whether I kick it or not, I'm able to sit comfortably. And just so you know, I'm playing one that's a little bigger. This is the XL version. I haven't put this online yet. But we're going to have one bigger version for people who are like 6'3" or taller. So this is 22 inches tall. That's why I'm kind of sitting up like I almost would in like an uncomfortable bar stool. But it's not. I'm actually only, like this would be normal for me. So it's just two inches down or higher. But for people that are 6'3" or high or more, the version I made is for someone who's like 5'9" to 6'2". And then anything above that, you're going to need a different beat seat. So I made it's like the XL beat seat. It's nuts. Anyway, that's my gist on the beat seat. But I'm going to put up a code on the BeatSeat website for the Maple Beat Seat. It will be like, I don't know, we'll do scratch and dent. Okay, that's what it's going to be called. And it will have 2 uses. And so if somebody out there is keen and gets this message, scratch and dent will be the code. I'm going to set it up for just those 2 scratch and dent beat seats, $150 discount. And I think that, it's like a little scratch. No one's going to see. You're sitting on it. So it's not like you're even looking at this, but it's just like, it's not perfect. So I'm going to offer that to 2 family members. So anyway, that's, and I do believe, whether you're a musician or not, there's so much power to the beat seat. It just can help you break away from so much negativity, just feeling the music through your body. It's a sensory therapy drum for anyone with autism. Like I've got multicolored beat seats, which we use for teaching tools. Could teach a room of children with autism. It's a vibrational phenomenon. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It feels different through your body. So if you have any friends who have autism, kids with autism, you should let them know to go to beatseat.rocks and just check out the beat seat. There's 9 on Rumble. We're going over there because I want to be able to read and add. 8. Let's see, guys, we have $17.75. Coffee in the mix. If you guys can just, a couple more people head over to Rumble. Join, just type in Mark Pires over there. And hopefully we can get to 10. We're pretty close. Tubepac's in the house. They came out okay, right? So here's the thing. This is the Maple Beat Seat, no dye, this is nothing. This is just straight up wood. And they're sanded and then smooth and then I spray them. But this is pure maple. In fact, I'll show you a few of them right now, just so you can see what we got. We're at 9 right now on Rumble. Guys, if you have a chance to, do me a favor and check it out on Rumble. Here we go. So what makes the beat seat so unique is that it's not a box. It's actually like a trapezoid. So it's wider at the back, it's more narrow at the front, and that allows you to sit comfortably. It allows you to It's also got a grab and go bar, which is why I'm able to grab it so easily. I stick your arm inside and there's a bar which you grab. So when I have my guitar in my hand, I could just walk with my guitar and with my beat seat, airport, wherever, to gigs. It's the ultimate drum for that reason. Oh, guys, we're at 11. So I take a lot of pride when I build these things. Oh, you guys are awesome. Up to 13. You guys are the best. Here we go. I'm going to pop this on real quick. 1775 coffee. It's time to say goodbye to Starbucks and say hello to Rumble's 1775 coffee. Unlike other brands, this is a coffee that backs free speech, and it's unapologetic about it. Visit 1775coffee.com. Use promo code STUDIO40, that's Studio 40, to get 40% off any coffee subscription. The coffee comes in medium and dark roasts. It also comes in peaberry, which is similar to Kona coffee. In other words, this stuff is premium, right? Click the link in the live chat of the description, and you can also go directly to 1775coffee.com and use the promo code STUDIO40, that's Studio 40, to get your 40% off today. Remember, tell them that Mark Pires sent you. And Large Marge. You know, sometimes they appreciate the Large Marge. You know, it's really Large Joanne. Oh my goodness! Hold on, I got to see what's going on over here. I'm seeing Mac Burgers in the house. You know what's interesting to me? I don't even know if Mac realizes this, but am I Elgato'd or something? What the fucking heck? Let me see. Let me go back to the main page. So. There's a movie, one of my feature films, where like I referenced Mac Burger, and I was popping through. I don't even remember which one. I did 10 of them, so I don't even know. And they're all stupid, by the way. They're not like good. It's like I created 12, 11, 10 feature films live in the moment here, improvised them. So they're not like, you know, professional productions. It's like green screen performance of it's insanity, stupid stuff. But anyway, one of the episodes or one of the movies, I was improvising the movie, and Mac Burger happened to be in the chat, and I said, you know, like Mac Burger. I don't know. I'm listening to it when I'm like, dude, this guy's fucking in a movie. Like, it's so crazy. I don't even know if he realizes it, but like that movie's like there, whatever. But like I referenced Mac Burger, and I was like, this is so funny. I heard that one day. I was just like, I can't believe I just like threw Mac Burger into the movie. And like, it's funny, when I made a lot of these movies, I thought there are all so many inside jokes. It's such a bad idea. Everything I did was such a, like, let's make inside joke movies. Like, and I didn't have this freaking crazy crowd to like get the jokes. It's like 10 people that got these jokes. It's like, what the fuck was I thinking, you know? It's just hilarious, really, in hindsight, looking back. And I laugh at the stuff. I think, I don't know, I'm a facial impression or facial expression guy, a tonal comedian. Like I use the tone of my voice to infer comedic moments. Maybe they're not funny. I don't know. That's just the way I've always been. It's, you know, how I react and how I do things. But you know, I still think whether they're good or not, to create 10 full feature films that are an hour and a half long is an accomplishment I'm very proud of. It's not easy to do that. It's not easy to do one film, and improvising them from nothing is like fucking nuts. But I'm glad that I did that. I think it's something really cool that I'll be able to one day just look back and be like, wow, I made 10 feature films. You know, but the reality is Mac Burger's in one of them. I forget which one it is. Tupac. I got like 3 more in the you know, on my phone. I just can't release them. Unfortunately, I just, as S-Coop was saying earlier, I can't do any of that stuff I was doing anymore, you know. It hurt my business. It hurt my real estate career by not just focusing and creating real estate content. People just thought I was making a living doing all this stupid shit that I was doing for 5+ years. And I always thought that people would have this understanding that like, hey, I'm just doing it at night. Like, I'm still selling real estate during the day, but like, I think a lot of people don't even think I sell real estate anymore. So I'm like, I'm creating all this new content to try to remind people that may know me or may not know me that when you buy a piece of real estate, give me a call. Let me go out there. This is the guy who you're going to work with. I'm on screen. I'm sharing these details of the towns and people and interviews. And if you like that, call me when you want to buy in Connecticut or New York. So that's like the mindset behind it. But it's like the reality is anything goofy I do, anything silly to try to break you away from negativity or anything, like a piece of music even, really, it detracts from what I can do to make a living. And it's very clear that I don't create stuff that people like enough, you know what I mean, to have it be something. So I can't do it anymore. I gotta be realistic about it. 3 kids, I gotta, son's gonna be a sophomore. Like, what? So I've kind of switched this whole perspective that I just come out here to talk about the beat seat, play some songs for you guys, and just really rock out for a little bit. Like, to me, this is still just an opportunity to play some songs and show how great this drum is, so that's what I do. But all the other stuff has kind of had to fall to the wayside for the reality of life, maybe I started the whole thing at the wrong time. I think that's probably what it is. I didn't understand how they were going to start to algorithm things, and they don't want certain things talked about. Comedy can't be made, those types of things. But you learn after, usually. You usually don't figure it out. Sis HD, yeah, I could help you if you need to sell something in Georgia, I could find you like the best Coldwell Banker agent. It's always funny. I feel like the referral thing, there's this one agent in Darien, Connecticut. She doesn't work with any clients. All she does is refer people. And she's freaking awesome at it. And she makes a ton of money. And you don't make a lot of money when you refer, but like you make a little something. And this lady does it so often, she kills it. And this is her model. She basically just finds people all over the country that she's friends with, and they're like, hey, I want to sell my house in Georgia. And she calls to the manager in Georgia. This is what I do too. I mean, I basically followed her method, and this is the method of how it's done anyway. But I called the manager in Georgia, wherever it is, Alpharetta, and I get him or her on the line. 2024, you don't know what the hell, but anyway, I get the manager on the line, and I ask a few questions and find a couple of solid agents. And then I interview those agents and find out which one or two that I like. And then I share that information with you. So now you didn't like do the research yourself. I mean, you could still interview anybody you want, but just interview that one person or two individuals I found and see if you like them. If you like them, you use them. You don't pay any more for them. In fact, it's the same price. Whatever you're going to pay the other agent you call on the phone yourself, it's the same price you'll pay anybody I find. You don't pay anything extra. So that's basically how it works. And we refer business to each other all over the country. I love getting referrals. I know some people are like, well, I don't think somebody's going to want to pay a referral fee to you, Mark, I love paying referral fees to people. I love it. I love getting a piece of business from somebody from like California, and they're like, hey, I got a client coming into Connecticut. They want to buy, send me a referral, send me my referral fee at the end. Yeah, no problem. And again, the way it works is like the consumer pays the same amount. It's just basically like if I'm paying out a referral to somebody, or if I'm giving a referral to somebody, they're basically selling that piece of property for me as like a, they look, how hard it is to find listings right now? I don't know how it is in Georgia, but up here in Connecticut, it's impossible to find a listing. So if somebody called me from Georgia right now and they're like, hey, Mark, I got a listing for you. I want a referral fee. Abso-freaking-lutely. I sell a piece of real estate and then I send them a referral fee. It's a standard thing we do. And doesn't cost the consumer anything. It's just something the agents do within themselves. They share their commission in order to get business. So essentially what I would do is I would just call down and find the best agents. If you like them, you use them, that agent's going to wind up paying a small referral fee. And that's something that helps me, which is really cool. I really do want it. It's funny, when I started the show, my whole concept of the show was I want to reach people across the country and have them all just call me whenever they need to buy and sell real estate. And I'll help. I'll just take it from there. Because these people, everybody's out there doing something. Nobody's sitting around saying, oh, let me figure out real estate. Like I always think about it, like almost everybody in my wife's family, they're in finance. And I think to myself how that's the equivalent of me saying, oh, you know what? I got a few dollars. I'm going to go and get a Scottrade account. I'm going to go and buy some stocks because I could do it. Look, get an account. I could do it. And it's like, and then you're trying to like learn the stock market and like what's good and what's not. You know how difficult that is to like be a completely green and walk in and be like, all right, I'm going to figure out the stock market in the next 10 days because I want to go and spend some money in the stock market. It's like, no, what do you do during the day? Oh, I work in an office and what the hell are you doing? Go work in the office. And that's why I think it's a great thing when people realize the benefit of contacting an agent and having them refer someone in for you. Because you don't really have the time to go and start researching agents and figuring out, like you could still call, a couple people, you're going to interview them, but just take one more. Take one more call. Sit down with them and see what they have to say. So if that's of interest to anybody out there, make sure you send me a DM. You could DM me at mp@markpires.com. Anybody wants to email, say hello, or whatever. It's basically like feast or famine in real estate right now. Like I see a few agents that are getting a ton of business, and then I'm like, where the hell's the business for me? Like I used to have a ton of business. I used to carry like 6 listings at all times. Not that I would hold them for a long time, but there was a period of time before COVID where you couldn't sell real estate within 6 to 8 months. It took forever to sell real estate. It's just like we shifted. Now things sell immediately, but you can't find property. Every town I'm doing these stories on, it's like I did Darien, Connecticut the other day. There's 29 houses on the market. 29. In the next 15 to 40 days, 35 houses are closing. So it's like, what? There's more houses closing in the next 15 to 30 days than there is on the market. And then you're wondering why it's a difficult time in real estate. Yeah, it's a crazy time because there's nothing. There's no property. So, yes, thank you, Sis. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's the thing I fear most for the world. When you hear over and over the lies in the news when they tell you how great the economy is, like guys, it used to be like 2.5%, 3% for a mortgage. And I have people that are paying 7.25%, and then they're telling you the economy's good. There's no real estate. Do you know why there's no real estate? Because everybody's holding on to their 2.5%, 3% mortgage. They have no interest in trading up. I've got a friend who's a good friend of mine, and he's like, hey, I want to sell, Mark, but I can't. Because where am I going to go, first of all? And secondly, even if I bank by selling this house right now, I got to go and buy back in this market, and I'm paying up, and then I'm also paying a 7% rate. He's like, dude, I locked in at like 2.5. I was like, fuck. Yeah, he's not going to sell. Like, what the hell? So this is the reality of real estate right now. There used to be something called sideways trading. Like, hey, I love my house, but I got an extra kid, or I just want to get that extra room. You know what I mean? So like, I'm going to buy something that's, maybe it's a $500,000 house that I have. I'm going to buy something that's $550,000. It's a little bit more expensive, but I could get that extra room or whatever. So it's like close sideways trading. And then you have, which, someone gets the bonus, they get the new job, and they're like, I'm upgrading. They sell their small house, they go to a bigger house. You get the older people that are downsizing from big houses to small houses. And you have transfers, people who are coming in and out of the state. Well, now all you have is transfers, and you have people downsizing and people who are, I guess, randomly, every once in a while, I see somebody who's getting a bonus and they're like, I'm going to get that bigger house, but most people are putting additions on in their house. So I see people, everybody out there is pulling HELOCs on their property. They're renovating their houses. And it's not a bad thought when you say to yourself, I don't want a 7% mortgage when I got 2.5. I got 3%. I needed an extra room. Put the fucking room on. That's what they're doing. And so we're going to just see this stagnant market. You'll see people freaking out because, like I am, that there's nothing out there to sell. Buyers trying to find real estate, but there's 29 houses on the market. It's like, just for perspective. I remember a few years back, specifically, there was 113 houses on the market in Darien. 113. Right now there's 29. New Canaan. New Canaan the other day I saw, I think it said something like, I want to say something like 50, 55 houses on the market in New Canaan. There was a time where there were 310 houses on the market in New Canaan. 310. And there's 55. Every town, they're all seeing like record low numbers of listings. And then you'll see stuff like, oh, prices are at an all-time high. It's like, okay, let's figure this out. I wonder why that's happening. I wonder why prices are at an all-time high when there's nothing on the market. Supply and demand is clearly what's going on here. There's no supply, so the demand is still there. And so people are overpaying for what they have. I mean, I've got a client who's trying to buy a property right now, lost on so many opportunities because he's putting a number up that he thinks is great, and it's a great number. It is a great number. Over asking price. Still losing left and right. So how does that get better? We get more inventory. How do you get more inventory? You bring the rates down. You can't continue to keep the rates at 7%, 7.5%, and then expect for people to sell their houses when they just were 2.5%, 3%. They all locked in. You got to get back to 4.5%, 4.5 to 5 maybe. 5%, I think some people will still jump. They'll jump from a 3.5, 4% and go to a 5 if they get the house that they really want. But we're going to see limited inventory going forward for a while. We'll see tons of people renovating homes. That's what's going to happen. So it's going to be harder to find anything in the real estate market. So we'll see it. What also comes along with this is you'll see a ton of people exiting the real estate business. A lot of people got their license during COVID. They'll all leave because they'll say, what's the point? I can't even, there's nothing to sell. There's no clients. So, Mac, you're hilarious. So basically that's what we got going on. Guys, BeatSeats, order yours at beatseat.rocks, and hopefully we can sell a bunch of them. I ship them out this week. Usually it takes 2 weeks. You order one and I got to build it because, again, I'm a realtor. I don't really have the time, but I'm trying to see if I can build out a ton of them and just have them here in stock ready to go. And if you guys are interested in wanting a beat seat, you should pick one up. Freaking tired. 12:15. I got to go to sleep. So, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting the campaign going over there on Rumble. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Let's see what we have here. Andrea, Mac, S. Coop. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Berella, my friend. And Wharton Fissel. Oh, goodness. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Hope to see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the music. And the real estate overview. So, until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. You say, what the heck? I can't get that to work. There we go. Sometimes you have to restart the outro. So anyway, guys, tomorrow, have a good night. Thanks for watching. If you can, leave a comment after the show. I appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow.